It's been an interesting couple of weeks in this hobby and in my collection. If you hear thunder in the background, it's storming again. And no, I didn't film these on the same day. It seems like every time I try to make a video, it starts raining or thundering, lightning. I think the one time the power went out right in the middle. But since it's thundering, it might be a good time to get to our two from the tomb. It's been a real couple interesting weeks as for my collection and just comics in general. But we'll start off with Bela Lugosi, Hungry Zone, Bela Lugosi, Tales from the Grave, with a Basil Gogos cover. Pretty awesome. I bought this out of a half price books bin for like $2, and it's autographed by somebody. I just don't know who the hell it is. There's a list of names in here. That could be anybody. Bruce Timm did the back cover. So it looks like it's either a C or a W. So but yeah, I have the whole collection of these Bela Lugosi books. They're pretty tough to find, especially the Popeye one. I think I've shown that one of my other two from the tombs. It's badass. But it's in the vein of like a Tales from the Crypt. It's anthology. You can see the different stories here. But yeah, as I was looking for another book for the two from the tomb, I came across this. I thought I'd make a instead of dig deep. Next one is for our two from the tomb. This is Catwoman issue number 15, the variant cover. The reason why I brought this one out is it seems like in my feed, it's been my Instagram feed and my YouTube feed, it's been nothing but Spider-Man issue number 7, the first appearance of Spider-Boy. Now, I don't really care. I don't collect Spider-Man or anything like that, but I've seen all these people making like fun of it, but then showing off like 5 or 6 copies of it. So I was thinking, what's the last issue that I guess speculated on? And it was this issue. I bought 3 issues of this, or 3 copies of this issue, and just because I love the cover, I'm a huge fan of the. See if we get the. It's in Mylar, of course. But I'm a huge fan of the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman suit. I'm still missing issue number 50 of Catwoman. I think they did another variant of the Catwoman cover. But yeah, I'm not like really a speculator. I got a ton of books that I've been. It's an ongoing joke on this channel. I have books that I've been trying to sell for 8 or 9 years. But yeah, my whole feed was nothing but Spider-Man issue number 7. And it's funny, I was at the local shop this week and I looked over, just being interested if they had any left on the shelf. Not that I was going to buy any, because I can't really try not to buy like random crap. But there was no Spider-Man number 7s on the shelf. But there was surprisingly 3 inches thick of issues, guess 3, 4, 5, 6. So not everybody went and bought the book because they're wanting to read it. That's our two from the tomb. So, like I said, this was an interesting week, and this is kicking off my probably like 6-week run of shows and all that stuff, different sales going on. But this week, I completed a 5-issue run, finally. It took me about, say, going on 5 or 6 years now. And these two books are just were a real pain in the you know what to find. But I ended up going to a signing where Jim Rugg was autographing or signing the Hulk Grand Design book. And I asked him, I was hoping that, hey, you know, I have a garage full of these or something like that, these books. And I asked him, yeah, I've been searching for issues 3 and 4 for like 5 or 6 years. Found issue 1 in a dollar bin. I found another issue like in Maryland, and I found another issue down in North Carolina. What book I'm talking about here, so you're not just looking at a blank screen here. Street Angel issue number 3 and number 4. So I thought that was an interesting story. You know, I asked him, you know, where I could locate these books. You know, who knows? He could have had long boxes of these full in the garage or in the attic or whatever. But yeah, he pointed me in the direction to find these issues. And wouldn't you know, the only issues that they had were, well, he had another copy of issue number 1, but I didn't need it, so I didn't want to take it in case somebody else is out there trying to put that run together. But he had issues 3 and 4 in there, and I was just like, finally, just took forever to get this run together. Now I got issues, you know, 1 through 5. Take a quick look inside here. That's what we do on this channel. We don't just show covers, but just so you get an idea what it looks like inside. But finally, I mean, it always feels good to finish a run. For comic book collectors, it's one of the things that I really love about this hobby, especially something I'm interested in. Uh, a series that I'm interested in. Completing a run is just, there's nothing like that feeling, especially for books that you've been searching for years. Granted, I could have probably went on eBay, paid. I think I've looked on eBay a couple times. There was like going for like anywhere from between $25 to $40 a piece. You know, yeah, I bought them for $12 each. Next up, I picked up a couple of dollar books here. Picked up Scorched issue number 1 for $1 with the Puppeteer League cover. Just love that. I just love that cover. I already have the J. Scott Campbell one, so might hold on to this one for a little bit, then maybe just give it away. I'm not sure yet. And then I picked this up for $1. Couldn't pass this up either for Batman Black and White with the Great Capullo cover. Another anthology. I'm probably gonna read this and then it's either gonna go back in my dollar bin recycled, or it's I'll just give it away. But yeah, it's in the cover here. So there's my dollar scores. Picked this up. I paid, I think, $2 or $3 for it. I can't remember. But it's Amazing Spider-Man issue number 350. I'm not really happy with this issue. Most modern books, when I'm talking modern, I should say copper, more not modern. But copper books, I like to have them really high grade. Not that I'm some kind of person that's a snob, but this one is like, I think there's a little bit of water damage on the back or something. For a modern book, I mean, or like sorry, Copper Age book. I just want a decent copy of it. But anything like bronze or anything, I'm not really that picky. But yeah, you can see where it's like discolored. I wish I would have opened it first, but a $2 or $3 book. But this is, I believe, Erik Larsen's last Spider-Man issue before, or Amazing Spider-Man issue. Then he goes over to Spider-Man to replace Todd McFarlane. Because he replaced Todd McFarlane on this. Is that for real? First I thought somebody like drew his eyeballs in there, you know? I don't remember seeing any. So this is a reader copy, that's why I'm bending it in all different places. I really don't care. Yeah, I've never owned this book because I pretty much ducked out of Amazing Spider-Man after the Sinister Six storyline. Then I came back for the Carnage storyline. Back in the day when I was collecting Spider-Man, it was just never something that was on my pull list that I got every issue of. But yeah, I definitely gotta replace this copy. Next up, I talked about this a couple of videos ago. I'm trying to get a lot of the silver, early Bronze Age, aka 15 centers, cover price one books of the pillars of DC Comics. You know, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, and Aquaman. Even though Aquaman's a little, yeah, he could be replaced. But yeah, I found this for $4. I'm super happy with it. I believe it's Nick Cardy cover. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that really looks like a lot like his art. But yeah, $4. I can add it to my pillar collection. But yeah, I'm having a real hard time around here finding Wonder Woman books, especially the 12 and 15 centers. I don't like the one. I like the one with the original costume. I don't like the one where she's wearing like a freaking pantsuit or whatever the hell that is. You can tell how much I follow Wonder Woman in the 70s, 60s, and 70s. Too late, Aquaman. And before we get to last week's books, this week I ended up buying it off the shelf, so it sort of blends in with the new books that I picked up. Batman and the Joker, the Deadly Duo. I cannot recommend this book enough. It's highly recommended. If you don't already own it, you know, it's $5. It's a little steep, but definitely worth picking up. Most recent Batman issues that I've actually enjoyed, from cover to back cover. It's old school. It feels like Marc Silvestri is a fan of Batman. He's not dealing with his mommy issues or anything like that through the character, or doing multiverse Batmans. Something that's so confusing that the normal reader picking up a random issue would just be like lost. But it was just the artwork in it. It was also just the stunning in it. You can see here, it starts off with Harley Quinn in a well. Marc Silvestri does a pretty damn good job of making Batman like a real detective. He's working with the police like Harvey Bullock. Uh, that's badass. I mean, he's doing some CSI kind of stuff here. Pulling bullets out of the wall. Skip ahead. So there's these Joker things, the monsters. So it's a monster story also. You can see right there, just wrecking havoc all over Gotham. Alfred's back, Batman meets up with the Joker. And I've said it before on this channel, I could do without another Joker story forever. And I've looked at this going to the shop and stuff, and you could, my eyes just rolled every time I looked past it and stuff. But everybody kept recommending it to me, like, oh, you gotta check it out, you gotta check it out, you gotta check it out. So that finally just broke down. I didn't even open it there. I just figured, I'll just take it home, read it. And I'm telling you, you can tell Silvestri's on the top of his game with the art, especially. And like I said, the storyline is good. It makes me feel like I was reading a Batman story from the 1980s, early 90s. Dark, gritty. Like I said, none of this flashy pop stuff that's been coming out recently. So if you haven't picked that book up yet, I highly recommend it. So what I've been doing is I've been trying to hunt down the other issues. I only want the cover A's. I mean, and so far I've only been able to find issue 6. So I haven't got a chance to read this. It could be the worst story ever, you know. I could be pumping this up, and this could be like absolute garbage, but I highly doubt it. So I'm going to be on the hunt. I'm going to be passing up a couple of shops on the way to the show tomorrow. So I'm definitely going to be poking my head in, trying to see if I can fill the rest of that run. So who knows next week. But speaking of Batman, we got issue number 134. I'm digging Chip Zdarsky's run. But you can see, like, not that the art's bad or anything. I'm not bashing anything, but where's my details? I mean, you get a few, like, couple pages here, then, but there's these panels just like there's nothing going on in the background. You know what I mean? It happens throughout this book. Next up, King Spawn. I'm enjoying the title. I'm not enjoying the variant covers. That's all I have to say about that. I really wish they would just have cover A's and be done with this. Because now I got this issue that's supposed to go line up with another issue that I don't have that issue with, so I don't know. But there we go. We got Spawn issue number 340. Lovesick. I think I'm the only one buying this. Very mature if you need it. And of course, we got Savage Dragon issue number 265. So that was my last week's books this week. And we're going to do a What You Read in PZ real quick. There's not really too much to say about this book. So I bought this for the cover like 2 weeks ago. Said I would bring it up. I've read some of the Venom from the previous series. I haven't read anything from the current series. This seems like just a basic, that I'm back to basics kind of book. The art is pretty good. It's basically a book that you could probably skip. I enjoyed it because I dig the old school type Venom, where he's like a monster and stuff like that. I always dug that about that character. But I can't recommend it. It's just all over the place. If you want it for a throwback, I thought it was interesting that way. This, I wish I would have read this one first, then this one, but but it has a little bit of some decent action in it. But I will probably not be buying issue number 2 unless something changes and somebody tells me like, hey man, it picked up or something like that. So if this picks up storyline wise, please let me know down in the, come back to this video or tell me in one of my other videos. But yeah, unfortunately, a very cool cover, mediocre story, some decent action. Felt very 90s which I love. So that's not an insult. Really don't care to finish the rest of the series. So hate to end on a down note. Who knows? Issue 2 might pick up, and you never know. But all right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.